Hello, my name is SilverDarkPhoenix, and this is my book opening of The Art of Assassin's Creed 3. And I like the artwork more than I did like the actual game. The character sucks. I mean, he really does suck. He's one of the worst heroines I have ever seen in a game. I mean, not just the writing, but also the acting style of this guy makes Tommy Wiseau from The Room look actually good. This is a terrible character to have. I mean, how can they get something so wrong? I mean, with a great character that came before him, which was Ezio, how could they get it so wrong with this guy? I think his name is Connor. So, yeah, this is kind of weird, but the artwork is a lot better than the actual game itself. Without the sleeve, it's just a plain 3. With the sleeve, you get the character. I haven't played Assassin's Creed for quite a while. Ever since they got rid of Ezio, I've kind of walked away from Assassin's Creed a bit. I heard Black Flags. I have Black Flags, but I haven't got around to playing it yet. I did get around to playing this one, and I hated it. It was one of the worst Assassin's Creeds I've ever played. It's almost like getting Desmond from the actual parts that you didn't care about and putting him in the main actual quests. So yeah, this is the... most of this is not... Some of the work done here is done very quickly on a computer, so it's not as good as some of the actual sketches you'll see of the actual main character. This is all backdrops and the designs of the areas and lands that he will be going to. This is mostly Desmond, I think. It only gets interesting, the artwork, when it gets to Connor. As you can see, Desmond. See, now this is what Connor looks like with the assassin's clothing. The new types of blades and the new types of arrows. And a tomahawk. The guns, swords. The Brotherhood. George Washington. To make the guy look like a twat, they put a tiny little dog down here. But as you can see, the sketchwork, the artworks here are way better done than the actual beginning of the book, where it has mostly to do with Desmond, which is understandable, because not many people care that much about Desmond. They care about more of the historical events, or lack of, in the actual game. I mean, even the lands are done better than they are in Desmond. That's actually a photograph being photoshopped. And this one as well. I think sometimes when it comes to art of games and things, a lot of Photoshop is being used too much, and I kind of like the old-fashioned kind of game art books, which had a lot of the sketches and the designs of the lands done by hand. I know that's kind of old-fashioned, but the computer makes it too easy on the artist. I know it's meant to, because the artist has to do a shitload of artwork, all of them different, to show to a panel of people to see which one they would actually prefer to design the character. But Boston. So this book is mostly landscapes as well as places of significance within the actual revolution, the American Revolution. Boston being one of them, and you have to run around Boston and stuff. But there's not much when it comes to the artwork of the other main characters or even civilians. Boats. The boating in this game is terrible. I heard they improved it a lot better in the Black Flags. Was that 2 pages stuck together? I think so. Also, the mechanics in the game, which they completely overhauled to make it more easier for people who play it with consoles compared to PCs, made it a huge problem. I think it was a major upset, because I love Assassin's Creed, especially Ezio, and the reason for that is because the game itself, the mechanics of it, the gameplay, was so fluid, but then they fucked it all up for Assassin's Creed 3. I don't understand why they did that. So this was my book opening of The Art of Assassin's Creed 3, and my name is SilverDarkPhoenix, and I'll see you next time.